Hello, everyone. This is Adrian Johnson here from Johnson&Gaming, and we are going to start off this channel with one of my personal favorite franchises, God of War. But we're not going to start with God of War, the original from 2005. We are going to start with the 2018 continuation of the story from God of War 3. Now, if you guys know, there's been many games in this franchise, but this is chronologically the fourth title. A lot of people were kind of confused back in the day, but it was a lot of people thought that this was a reboot of the series, when in all actuality this was it's actually a continuation. And just seeing Kratos in this fashion was just a refreshment for me. Yeah, they changed the voice actors. It was T.C. Carson, who was the voice of Kratos for all this time up into this game, where he's voiced by what is his name? I think he's from Stargate, but he what's his name? What is his name? I'm trying to think. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Get my factoids right here. And so now we're starting off the game, and there you go, chopping down trees. Christopher Judge, that's what I thought it was. Definitely taking the helm from T.C. Carson. Like T.C. Carson, he did a phenomenal job as the original Kratos. You know, he had that that ferociousness and that tenacity that Kratos had as a angry demigod who was, hell-bent on revenge on all the gods for, the lies and all the years of service that he did to them. And now we see Kratos now, after destroying all the Greek gods. Now he is in Norway, and I just love the story so much. It's so great. It's such a new venture for Kratos, and you can see that he has those bandages, and if you played the original or know anything of the original, those are those wounds. And here we have his son Atreus. So this is round 2 of Kratos being a father. But as I was saying earlier, this is a more mature, older Kratos who is, he's definitely, you can tell that, all the mistakes and everything that he's been through in the past have affected him. Like he looks just mentally tired. Like he is no longer on a quest for revenge, and he's just trying to live out his, pretty much his immortal life, over the rest of his days, just, trying to be a father to Atreus. But all right, we just chopped down this tree, so let's hook it up to this boat. Such a beautiful game, and it just makes me that much more excited for the sequel coming out soon. PS5 is around the corner, and so everyone's like, "You gonna pick one up?" I'm like, "Heck yeah!" I gotta see what happens in the story. So it's just one of those things where it feels like it feels like this generation wasn't outlawed, but when you really think about it, it's 2020, and this generation, PS4 and the Xbox One, it came out 7 years ago. It will be 7 years, this holiday season. So it's just kind of nuts to think how much time has flown by. But
the forest feels different.
I'm looking forward to see what they do next.
Everything is different, boy. Try not to dwell on it.
Yes, sir.
And I am playing this on the PS4 Pro. I'm going to be outputting this at 1080 just because I'm getting another hard drive, but putting games in 2K and 4K, it really takes up a lot of space, like a lot of space. And for those of you that know and play this game, which I know a lot of you have, this game ain't short by any means necessary. It is not short. Alright, so we're just going to carry this tree. It's just like nothing. Like Kratos just got it up with one hand. And it's so funny that, Atreus just thinks, oh yeah, my dad's just strong, whatever, he just doesn't know what normal strength is really, because it's pretty much just been him, and you'll see this in the story, but it's just been him, his mom, and Kratos just living all this time, just kind of out by themselves basically.
That was the last.
You're gonna go in the house here. Just all the detail is just pure amazing. And there we have Faye, who is just recently departed. Atreus' his mother and Kratos' wife, of course.
There do I see my mother. Oh, there do I see my father. Oh, there do they call to me.
Just a great storytelling.
Oh, there do they call to me. Oh, there do they call to me. Oh, there do they call to me.
Oh, I love that scene. I love the dynamic of like his shadow, and you just see the silhouette standing in there, and it just gives you like the scale of Kratos, because Kratos is no small dude. I think he's I think 6 or 7 foot, if I recall correctly. So I mean, when you look at him compared to Atreus, that means Atreus has got to be pretty tall himself for his age. And so, big old dude. That's what I strive to do. I'm hitting the gym, and I'm just like, get that Kratos by. Hopefully one day soon, work pay off, but I'm trying to get them gains. And I cannot recommend this soundtrack enough. If you just that Norse hint of just to the style of music, it's just the icing on the cake for me. It's a beautiful soundtrack, and I love every single bit of it. But for this playthrough, everyone, I'm just going to be more focusing on the story experience. I'm not trying to give me God of War by any means necessary. I am not prepared for that. As much as of a gamer as I grew up to be, I am a father, I am a husband, and so just my time and everything with being an adult. I just hit 30 a couple weeks ago. So it's just making time and trying to give you guys the best content that I have, and just the fun experiences. Now I will be playing other games definitely on this channel, kind of just taking y'all through the little experiences that I had growing up. I grew up with N64, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, so I'll definitely be kicking back on some old school games too for y'all, for those of you who are wondering like, oh, what kind of stuff he's gonna do. I'll do some new stuff as well. I'll try to get things when they come out, and basically just see what I can do to get it and play. But I do want to keep y'all entertained and just kind of take you on this joyride with me. Have I told you that this game is beautiful? It looks so great. And the funny thing about it is that when God of War 3 came out, 2010, I was just like, I don't see how graphics could possibly get any better. And now, I'm looking at games like this, and I'm just like, oh, that really blew that out of the water. But and once again, here I am at this crossroad. How could games look any better? And I know 8K is coming out. You know, there's all this stuff. You know, for technology, you know, it's just continuing to grow. But you know, I'm curious to see what it brings.
No, you can survive the
So all right, so we are starting our journey. We are taking helm of Kratos, and for those of you that don't know, this is a totally different style from what the original games had. The original kind of had like a top-down perspective on Kratos, to where, you know, Kratos was always, you know, it was always kind of like that top-down camera where you were just killing everything in sight. But this one, I love how they put it, you know, a more intimate camera view, to where you're closer to Kratos and you're pretty much on his level when it comes to stuff. You know, you're still a demigod and you're still a force to be reckoned with, but it just makes it that much of a connect to the characters when you're that close. Alright, so it looks like we're tracking something here. Tracking a deer, tracking an elk. Let's continue on to see what we can find. There's lots of goodies and stuff over here, folks. You know, don't be afraid to go off the beaten path. Like, here's a chest. First chest. Just love how he just breaks through those things. Such a brute. Alright, what we got here?
more tracks.
There.
Oh, found an artifact. Okay.
Could be a lot more.
Good.
Oh! Now what?
Jumping over.
This way.
Alrighty.
Huh. Oh. Wait, deer tracks. They're fresh. This way.
Alright, so basically, you know, of course, you know, the first few seconds of the stage is going to teach you how to operate Kratos and things that you can't do, and just to make sure that you're familiarized with the character and with the game's mechanics.
Yes, Father.
And I have played and beat this game, you know, a few times already, so I mean, even though I have done that, like, there's going to be times where you'll see where I'll be like, oh, I'm going in a circle, where am I going? This game is just that big.
Broke our bridge. How are we gonna get across?
Step aside.
And one of the best mechanics of the game is that you can pick it up, throw it.
Wow.
Go.
But what's amazing is that you can call it back. Pretty much the Thor of an axe.
There it is.
Hold. What are you doing? Now his guard is up. Only fire.
Some of that rage almost came out.
Fire. When I tell you to fire,
I'm sorry.
do not be sorry. Be better. Find it. Find it.
See, a tray is getting there, you know. The apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. For those of you that don't know, you know, Kratos, back in the original games, and, you know, before he was here, he had, you know, rage was his weapon. And so you can see that, you know, even then, like, he was, you know, trying to fight it off so he doesn't go full rage mode. But just shows, like, how Kratos has, you know, definitely come far as a character. Oops. There we go. There we go. Nice. Hey everyone, AJ from Johnson&Gaming here, and thank you for watching my video. Unfortunately, I had to cut it off a little early due to YouTube's rules and guidelines on how long I can do videos for now. But I do promise you more content in the future. If you like what you see, please hit subscribe and hit that like and tell a friend for me. I'm doing this for fun, and I hope that you guys are having a fun time as well as I am. Thank you very much, and see you on the next clip. Goodbye.